What's up guys, this is Brandon H. Lee. I play Kwon Jae-sung in Cobra Kai, and today we will be reacting to and breaking down Cobra Kai Season 6, Episode 9. Let's get it! I was gonna try to kick, but... Oh, let's go, Tory. Ooh, nice aerial. Yeah, tag me in. Come on now.
No timeouts.
Nikita. Let's go, Nikita. Dang. Yeah, clap at him back. Let's go. Ooh. Nice. Good tornado sidekick. Rain is a beast. Triple kick. Let's go.
Wins the match.
Ooh. Dude, my groin hurt watching that one.
Be eliminated. Watching from the sidelines.
I love how they cut back and forth between Iron Dragons and Cobra Kai to really see like Miyagi-Do's point of view of like, dang, these guys are trouble for us. This scene was a lot of fun to do. I actually got to fight Jacob Ellis. Shout out Jacob Ellis. When I first moved to LA about 6 years ago, I trained at this gym called Joining All Movement Jam. And I used to trick with him over there all the time. So it was really surreal to finally work with him together on Cobra Kai. Yeah, it was fun. I felt like we got to flow really quickly and move really fast. We actually had a little bit more kicks in there that they ended up cutting out. I did another cheat 900. I think they cut it out because just to cut it back and forth with Axel, I think it's better that way. But I ended up being able to put that kick later in episode 8, which you guys already saw already, so it wasn't really a big deal that they cut that out, but I really like how they cut back and forth with Axel and Kwon's finishing move. That was like super sick. Yeah, what was also super cool working on this project was I got to work with a lot of stunt people who I've known of when I used to be in stunts. It was just like super surreal. It felt like two of my worlds were colliding, where this is like my first breakout acting role and I get to meet all of these amazing actors that I look up to, and then also the people that I've trained with over these years and have like people that I've known in the stunt world that I've really wanted to work with. I got to really work with and get to meet them, get to know them. So that was like super fun for me to meet all of them. They literally brought in the Avengers of the martial arts world on this project. It was crazy.
Defeat does not exist in this dojo. That's it.
Chills.
Chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my god.
Go, Sensei. Good.
That's such a short scene, but I think when we shot that was when it was like really kicking in that I was in this freaking show, you know? Kreese has had that same interaction where he says pretty much that same line. He said it to Johnny, he said it to Robbie, he said it to Tory. So it was like super cool to like kind of have that Kreese mentee torch passed on to me. What gets more iconic than Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai in a tournament setting? Just beyond honored to be a part of this scene here. Oh, they're locking in. Oh, okay, Tory.
What are you doing? Don't act like you don't know. You and Zara.
Oh, you done got caught, bro. Oh my goodness, she's coming in with some heat. Ooh, almost a point there.
How you say, lovers quarrel?
This. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was one of my favorite lines I got to do. I remember actually when I saw it in the script originally, I was like, would Kwon know what a lover's quarrel is? So I kind of played into the fact of like him trying to search for, is this how Americans talk? You know what I mean? And it just came off as even more sarcastic and douchey. So that was definitely a really fun line for me to do. Uh-oh. Tory Sam. Here we go. Ooh. Oh Oh man, that moment right there, I was super excited to finally be able to fight Mary, who plays Sam. I think she was excited to fight me too, because she was hearing from Tanner like that it was really fun to fight me. So we were just like super juiced that we were finally gonna be able to fight each other. Too bad it was only just like for a little bit, but it was a ton of fun fighting her. That moment where Kwon does the double flick off. I remember I felt in the moment because in the script, I think it said something like Kwon gets a nasty hit on Sam and Miguel wants revenge, but Kwon disappoints him and tags out. And I remember seeing that and I was thinking from Kwon's point of view, I'm like, I feel like he wouldn't duck Miguel. For me to justify in my head as Kwon, I was thinking, you don't even get to step into the same ring as me. Like, you don't even deserve to fight me, so I'm out of here. You'll see right after Miguel definitely makes him regret that and scores a point right away.
It's not me and Quan, you idiot. What? Your dumbass got played.
Did, bro. Robbie about to channel Cobra Kai anger too. Oh, dude, that was so good. Yes. Yes! So sick. Dude, shout out Daniel for having to do this much choreography back to back. I know homie was like really gassed for real. Oh yeah, they are. Oh, that's a sick shot. Let's go, Dallas. Ooh, dude, that's crazy. Jacob did that for real. That's no double, bro. He doesn't have a pad under him. He sent that for real. Ooh, let's go. Boom. Oh, it's close. Ooh, got him. That scene, I was so hyped to finally be able to fight the El Serpiente, Miguel Diaz, Xolo Maridueña, bro. That was so much fun. I remember, I think I improvised that line. Okay, let's go number 2. I think it just felt right because I was also really hyped to finally fight this guy. And I was thinking from Kwon's point of view, he didn't want to fight him before because he didn't think he deserved him. But then obviously Miguel kind of like made him regret that because Miguel scored points. It's like, okay, fine, tag me back in. Let's go. Let's try this out. And I remember I didn't even tell Xolo I was going to do that. And I think there was one take where like he kind of like laughed back at me. It was like in character of like, oh, okay, yeah, you want to call me that? I'm gonna prove you wrong. It was dope how we got to oh my gosh, voice crack. I'm still going through puberty apparently. Xolo's so good, man. His technique is so good as he fights. I think we barely had any time to practice this fight together. Maybe before we shot, we had like 5 minutes to practice it, and it just felt so good every time. I'm glad that we got to fight a little bit, which was dope. Oh, the music. Ooh. Dude, so that shin check right there that Robbie does to Kwon, I remember we were shooting the end of Miguel vs. Kwon, and then it goes into that moment. And I think Tanner was so hyped from seeing like Xolo and I go at it that on one of the takes, he just came in hot, just kneed the heck out of my shin. Immediately after, we both look at each other like, ooh, let's not do that again. We definitely had both bruised shins after that one.
It's about time. Let's see what you got.
It's the trailer line right there. Ooh. Ooh. Mmm. Oh my gosh. That moment right there where I said, okay, I've honestly like blacked out doing that. I didn't know I even said that until I watched the final cut, but it fits so well because like Robbie comes in hot, dude. Like he did a triple kick, tornado kick, like dude, shout out Tanner. He was doing all that on his own. Those were really clean kicks too. It's kind of like where Kwon's like, okay, we're doing this. This is a real fight. This isn't like last time, you know? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Dude, so that moment right there, Tanner actually gave me a lot of love on that one. Like, that was not planned where I almost step off the ring. Like, genuinely, he kicked me. I was like, oh! And I just, like, stayed in and I was like, dang, But I also love that they put in the choreography there that Robbie's, like, kicking Kwon's kicks back at him, which is exactly what Kwon does to Robbie in episode 6. So Robbie's using Kwon's own moves against him. So it's just so cool to see how that comes full circle here. Ooh. Oh. Oh man. That's so sick. I remember those throws right there. I begged Don Lee, the fight coordinator, to let me like do those stunts on my own because we were on puzzle mats. Those are like the best conditions to be able to do your own falls, and I love that he allowed me to do that because if you have a double come in, a lot of times you gotta hide the double's face with the camera, but I love that you can both see Robbie and Quan in that shot when he's just tossing them around. And actually on that throw there, Tanner and I collided heads a tiny bit if you slow it down. This throw right here, it's really subtle, but we actually like hit heads a tiny bit on the way down. But thankfully we were both okay. We were just like, did you feel that? The jiu-jitsu. Oh, not the hair, man. Ooh. That there is Dante right there. Oh my gosh, with the music and the kip up. Yes. Yeah, so that toss over the top right here is Dante. And then we did something called Texas Switch, I believe. Cobra Kai is known for doing that where you, in the same shot, you switch the actors in the double. I know they did that in the locker room fight, I believe in season 3. Right here, this is Dante. And this same shot, this is me now. I mean, that's all Tanner, you can definitely see. That shot is sick right there too. Ooh. Dude, I was so happy that Don let me go crazy there with the kicks. I saw that kick, the 1080 kick, in a movie called The Kick with Nateju, and that's what got me into like tricking and learning acrobatic kicks. So the fact that I got to put that kick in here was just super surreal. I remember I actually pitched it to Don by shooting it with Sung Ho and Kawi. Liked it, so they let me do it, and I was like super happy that I got to put literally like my favorite kick in there. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Dude, Robbie's just toying with them now. Oh my gosh. Dude, yes. Oh. Oh my gosh. Dude, so that final kick right there was insane how it came about. Originally in the script, they had Robbie jumping off of Hawk, and then he jumps in the air and kicks Kwon and knocks him out. I fly! It ended up working out because we put that kick later during the brawl in episode 10 where Robbie jumps off of Kwon and hits Yoon. But at the time when we were filming this, I remember Tanner and I were super bummed out that they took that kick out. But the reason why was the writers said that they didn't want it to look like whatsoever that Miyagi-Do cheated, because technically it could kind of seem like they're cheating, you know, jumping off of each other and stuff. And that's not the Miyagi-Do way.
We don't teach these kids to fight with anger. It's not the Miyagi-Do way.
They win fair and square. Cobra Kai's way is cheating, you know? So I think it was the right move, but I remember the day we were shooting this, Tanner and I both felt so passionately that we should keep that kick in there. Tanner actually knocked on my trailer that morning and he was like, hey man, no pressure at all, but I'm gonna go to set early and I wanna talk to the writers and the creators to see if we can put this kick back in. And I was like, dude, I got you, I'm coming with you. Robbie and Quan are teaming up. We talked to Ken and Don first and they were like, hey, you know, let us talk to them first. Let us be the bad guys. So they go talk to them. Rightfully so, the writers said, we can't do that. It can't, story-wise, it doesn't make sense, which I completely agree with. But the only thing is like, okay, what's the counter move? What's the move that he finishes him with? Because if it's an acrobatic kick, like that's not Robbie's thing. That's Quan's thing. Like Robbie should be doing something that's a lot more traditional. So then Don said, how about we do a tribute to Bloodsport, the movie, and just do a clean flying sidekick? And I was like, yeah, that's sick. But what I loved about what was in the script was that Robbie like knocks him out cold, like kicks him in the face. And I feel like it's overdue that Robbie gets like a big win here. It can't even be like a little hit. It's gotta be a freaking knockout, you know? So I was like, Don, what if I try to do the same kick as Robbie in the air and he kicks me in the face and knocks me out? And Don looked at me and goes, can you do that? And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay. Right after he walked away, I go, oh God, I better not mess this up, because that's a lot easier said than done. The timing with the camera and everything. And then we did a master shot pass where we did the whole fight all the way through. We didn't tell anyone we were gonna do it. Only Tanner, Don, and I knew. And we did it. Everyone loved it. The creators loved it. And I was like, yes! So we ended up putting it back in. And then when we ended up shooting it on our coverage, I think they rolled like 5 different cameras, you can see. And we did it in like 2 takes, which I don't know how we did, because it's very hard to make that line up. We did one where I jumped a little bit late and the hit didn't stack. So then something was in the air that day. I don't know how everything aligned. It looks like he kicked me for real, like frame by frame, perfect. People thought like he knocked me out for real, but we actually had like this far of a gap in between his foot and my face. That was something that was like just so legendary to be a part of. To be a part of Cobra Kai versus Miyagi-Do in a tournament setting in the final season of Cobra Kai, just mind-blowing to me. I feel like this was our version of paying homage to the legendary crane kick. I don't think it's nearly as iconic, but it's our version of trying to do that. It's amazing because I think the crane kick, they had some issues on the day as well. They had to like adapt on the fly. So there's something about that on-set spontaneous magic that happens on the day. You know, a lot of things don't go as planned. Ideas change. Like I said before, I think a lot of times those hurdles end up being a gift actually to be even more creative. I'm so glad we went with this ending. I think it's so much better than jumping off of Hawk. What's even better is that we got to put that kick that we were super in love with in the brawl, so it ended up working out perfectly.
Well, I actually beat him my very first time.
Yes. You got rocked, homie. Ooh, this is such a good shot. Oh no. Oh no. Not doing jungle. If you know, you know.
Until I say it's over.
Iconic. Dude, Kreese has some of the most iconic endings to episodes. Like the cigar one, he comes in at the end of season 1, and then let the games begin on the end of season 6 at part 1. That shot right there, super quick shot of just all of us in the hallway, and I'm taking off my headband. We're all just bummed out. We got our butts whooped. That was actually a picture wrap for me. So that was my very last shot on the show. It was a bit bittersweet, but I'm glad we got to do that, because that day was kind of like a tradition on the Cobra Kai set, I think, is that they would always, the director of that episode, on the last day of that episode they're directing, they would have like some type of food gift for the crew. So I think Sherwin, shout out Sherwin, who was directing that episode, got an ice cream truck. When I'm on the show, especially during like fight scenes, which is a lot of it, I am pretty strict about my diet just because to prevent any injury and just make sure I'm at my best. But I remember like it was so nice because I knew I had no fight scenes after this, and I was just pigging out, dude. I was just eating so much ice cream and like eating all the food snacks and stuff at Crafty. And it was even cooler was came to set early, and they were shooting that locker room scene right before they come out and fight Cobra Kai. Like as a fan, I was like tearing up watching it at the monitors, because genuinely they were all, you know, this is the last season. This is a cast that has been together throughout so many years now, and for me to be my last day and I get to sit at the monitors and watch them on a screen again as a fan was just so cool. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow me on my social media. In the meantime, if you haven't watched the previous episodes that I broke down, link will be in the description below, and stay tuned for episode 10 breakdown. I guess that's it. Until next time, peace.